If you like our video, click the subscribe button to subscribe to our channel and get easy access to new content. To see our full suite of ad-free video courses and training materials, visit us at teachucomp.com. To open the Customers page in QuickBooks Online, click the Sales or Invoicing link in the navigation bar. Then click the Customers tab at the top of the page that opens to the right. Alternatively, hover over the Sales or Invoicing link in the navigation bar, and then roll over and click the Customers link in the side menu that appears to also open the same page. The money bar at the top of the page shows the unbilled last 365 days, unpaid last 365 days, and paid activities and invoices. Clicking any section of the money bar lists those items. Click the Clear Filter / View All link above the money bar to remove the filter. Clicking the small upward-facing arrow in the lower right corner of the money bar collapses it. When collapsed, a small downward-facing arrow that expands the money bar then appears. In the upper right corner of the page is a drop-down button. Clicking it lets you either add a new customer or import customers. Below the money bar is the customer list. There is a Batch Actions drop-down button in the upper left corner of the customer list. You can check the checkboxes next to customers in the customer list, and then click this button to see the batch actions you can perform for the selected customers. The choices in this drop-down menu include Create Statements, Email, Make Inactive, and Select Customer Type. To sort the customer list, click either the Customer / Project / Company or Open Balance column headings to sort by the data in those columns. Note that the Customer / Project / Company column can be sorted by either the Customer / Project values or the Company values by clicking either link in the single column heading. Also note that the word Project only appears if projects are enabled in the company file. When a sort is applied, an upward-pointing or downward-pointing arrowhead appears next to the column title by whose values the list is sorted. The upward-pointing arrowhead means the list is sorted in ascending order. The downward-pointing arrowhead means the list is sorted in descending order. You can click the same column title by whose values the list is currently sorted again to switch the sort order of the column's values. To find a specific customer or company, enter a search term into the search field at the top of the customer list. Then press the Enter key on your keyboard. If needed, you can delete the entry you typed into the search field and then press the Enter key on your keyboard to show all the customers again. In the upper right corner of the customer list are three buttons for Print List, Export to Excel, and Settings. Clicking the Print List button opens a printer-friendly customer list page and also opens your web browser's print dialog box. Clicking the Export to Excel button downloads the customer list as an Excel workbook. Clicking the Settings button shows customer list display options in a drop-down menu. Under the columns heading in this drop-down menu, you can check or uncheck the names of the columns to show or hide them in the list. Checking the Include Inactive checkbox under the Other heading shows any inactive customers within the list. Checking the Include Projects checkbox shows customer projects in the customer list. Clicking the Rows drop-down in the drop-down menu shows another drop-down menu that lets you select the number of customer rows to show per page in the list. By default, the customer list shows the Customer Project Company, Phone, Open Balance, and Action columns. The Action column contains a drop-down that lets you perform different actions depending on what actions are currently available for the customer. The actions can include Create Invoice, Create Estimate, Create Sales Receipt, Create Charge, Create Time Activity, Receive Payment, Send Reminder, Create Statement, and Make Inactive. Other than Make Inactive, clicking any link in the Action drop-down opens a window or page for you to perform the selected action. The Make Inactive link only appears in the Action column for customers with a zero amount account balance. In the lower right corner of the customer list are the first, previous, next, and last links. You can click these links to navigate through multiple pages of the customer list if needed. To edit existing customer information, click the customer's name in the customer list to open the customer detail page. This page contains tabs for transaction list, projects if enabled, customer details, and late fees if enabled. Then either click the Customer Details tab and click the Edit button in the upper right corner of the tab, or click the Edit button at the top right-hand side of the page to open the customer information window. Change any customer information in this window, and then click the Save button at the bottom of the window. Also, note that clicking the Transaction List tab in the Customer Detail page shows the transactions for that specific customer. Clicking Projects, if enabled, lets you add projects for the customer, and clicking Late Fees, if enabled, lets you specify custom late fees for the customer. While you cannot delete a customer, QuickBooks Online Plus lets you inactivate customers with a zero balance. One way to inactivate a customer is to click the customer in the customer list to open their customer detail page. Then click the Edit button in the upper right corner of the page to open the customer information window. Click the Make Inactive button at the bottom of the customer information window. If the customer has a zero balance, a pop-up box then opens asking you to confirm you want to make this customer inactive. Click the Yes button to make the customer inactive. If the customer has an open balance, a warning pop-up box then appears asking you to confirm that making this customer inactive will cause an adjusting transaction to be created. Is this okay? If so, then click Yes to make the customer inactive and also create the adjusting transaction. Alternatively, you can also inactivate a customer by selecting the Make Inactive choice from the action column for the customer within the customer list. To reactivate an inactive customer, click the Settings button above the customer list in the Customers page. Then check the Include Inactive checkbox to show any inactive customers in the customer list. To reactivate an inactive customer, click the Make Active link that appears in the Action column of the customer record to reactivate. Remember to click the Subscribe button to see more of our videos. Get ad-free courses at teachucomp.com.